Okay, it is Tuesday afternoon, 25th of August. Not combining today. It started raining about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, finished about 11 a.m. and we've had about 20 mil of rain, I think, so not good. Everything's a bit wet outside. It stopped raining, but it's, as you can probably hear by the roller shutter door, it's pretty windy outside. So I've got the 6215R in the workshop and I've just given it a service, changed the engine oil, stuff like that, and filters, and a quick check over really. Oil levels, just a general service because it's done 820 hours now. It doesn't have to be, it only has to be serviced every 750 hours now, and it had a 100 hour service. I thought it didn't have to be serviced till 850 because it had the 100 hour, but apparently the first 750 hour service actually has to be done at 750 hours, so then the next one will fall at 1500 hours. So she was a little bit overdue, but it's done now. So I didn't video servicing the tractor because I thought it would get a bit boring and it'd be about 3 hours long. But I'll quickly show you what I've done. Basically, I obviously dropped the engine oil out, so undone the bung on the bottom of the engine and drained the old oil out. Engine oil filter, change that. What we got? One fuel filter, and then I'll squeeze around here. Just about. We've got a second fuel filter in here. That's another fuel filter. That's engine oil filler cap right there and dipstick. And then underneath, go back round here again. This is my toolbox, which most of you have seen before. Which last Wednesday when it was tipping it down with rain, I fabricated these bits of steel on the bottom of the A-frame, and then new lower link pins, so the link arms are right in underneath the box, and the box is in closer to the tractor so it doesn't stick out so far. So yeah, so far so good, it's working really well. Ugh, squeeze past. I'll show you the two filters underneath. I should have brought a torch, shouldn't I? I've got my phone, so we might be able to use that. I had to change two filters under here. One was a transmission filter, which was in there. Just wipe all that oil from where it dripped down. That was transmission filter. That was a right pig. I had to take the four-wheel drive prop shaft cover guard off to get the filter out. When I was unscrewing it, I ended up getting covered in oil. All went all over my face and everything. And then the other filter is, let me get my torch out. Hydraulic filter right there. This one's quite good because it's got a drain bung on the filter housing, so you can drain the oil out of it and then unscrew the actual filter housing and you don't get covered in oil. So it'd be much better if that one had that. So yeah, what else can I show you under here? Fuel tank. Fuel tank starts there, goes all the way back, right round the rear axle. You've got the hitch right at the back, that's all part of the hook. Four-wheel drive pack, and then prop shaft that comes out the four-wheel drive pack down here to that, and then it runs all the way to the front axle. I think that's about it really. Oh, there's an air tank there for the air brakes. So once I changed that hydraulic and transmission filter, I had to top up the back end oil, which is the hydraulic oil. Well, it's hydraulic and transmission oil, same thing. And we've got a gauge there, look, a sight glass, and to top it up, put it in there. So yeah, basically I'm all done. I've checked tyre pressures and greased it all, stuff like that. Been using my new grease gun. Check the lights, they're all good. So yeah, oil in the hub, I checked them, the levels. Basically you undo the bung and you want oil to be just about trickling out. Basically, it's a filter level bung. Basically, you just get that so the rating so that it's level, and it's the same with the front axle, which I haven't actually done yet. There's a bung in the axle there. Just take that out, and it should be filled to the bung level. So yeah, I've still got to do that, and then that's about it, I think. George has already blown out the radiator and filters, air filters the other day. If you look up here, look, there's an engine air filter in there. That's a intercooler for the turbo. Obviously, radiator, which you've probably all seen before. Shall I show you around the engine? Might as well as we're here. Clamber up here. So, the biggest thing is the engine, I guess. 6.7 litre 6-cylinder and 215 horsepower with 40 horsepower boost. So that's the turbocharger. It's driven by exhaust, so exhaust manifold, and then the exhaust fume or smoke drives the turbocharger, which then air intake. That turbocharger there turbocharges air through the intercooler and round into the right. I think it goes right round the other side of the engine, into the inlet manifold, and into the engine. Not quite as simple as that, but that's basically the easy way of explaining it. Because there's all sorts of recirculation, EGR valves, and all that sort of stuff on the way round. I think that's probably on the other side. Right, so around this side of the engine, if we climb up without falling down, we've got loads of stuff on this side. I wish that door would stop rattling. Alternator, air conditioning compressor, compressor for pumping up that air tank that's underneath, which then obviously is air for the air brakes and all that sort of stuff. There's a filter there for basically, normally you get a breather pipe that comes out the rocker cover of the engine and then just would go down the side of the engine. Well, on here it's got a filter that those fumes go through, and any bits of oil get caught in this filter, and then the fumes come out and then go down the side of the engine. So it just catches any oil and stops it from going on the ground, basically. And then that gets changed every 1500 hours, I guess, because I didn't get it in the 750 hour service kit. Yeah, engine oil filter, which I've already showed you. What else we got around here? Oh, coolant, which is filled up with John Deere Cool Guard. Also in the engine I used John Deere Plus 50 engine oil, and in the back end and hydraulic I used High Guard, which is John Deere oil as well. So coming off the side of the turbo is this pipe for exhaust smoke. Goes up into this massive exhaust box, which seems to have loads of sensors. I think that's a sensor. That might have something to do with the AdBlue, because I know that the AdBlue gets sprayed into the exhaust system to to sort out the emissions, to lower the emissions, basically. And then it goes down here, past that sensor, down there, and then up the exhaust pipe, out into the air. It's so clean, the air that comes out of there. I had the tractor running in the workshop here with the door shut, and don't get smoked out or anything. If I have the Land Rover in here running, with the engine running, you've got to open the door within 30 seconds. So as you all know, we got front PTO on this tractor, and if we look in here, oh, you can't really see very well, you can just about see the bottom pulley on the engine, that big pulley, and there's a prop shaft in there. That's where the drive comes for the front PTO. The prop shaft goes right through underneath the radiator and into the back of the front PTO pack. So that's about it, really. I just thought I'd make a quick little video to show you what I've been doing today. And hopefully tomorrow is forecast to be dry, so if it stays windy all night, we may well get combining. May start the spring barley tomorrow, with any luck. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.